Good morning, folks. I hope you're having a good morning this morning. But I want to get in here today and we want to talk about the mind therapy thing, because of the narcissist. Uh, the narcissist wouldn't let you work on scrapbooks and stuff, folks, if you was with the narcissist, because that's just how they are. It's because it would take your attention off of them. And so, if you've gotten out of narcissism, folks, take advantage of the ideal that you're allowed now because you've gotten away from the narcissist to work on the scrapbooks and try to make your roses and read books or whatever it takes to do mind therapy. Um, and different things. There's all kinds of stuff, folks, that you all can do, to keep your mind occupied. If you like gardening, you can get out and do gardening outside, because now it's gotten warm enough now that we could raise flowers, or we could raise vegetables or anything like that, folks, in the way of mind therapy. Also, we could do like what I did, if your porch or something like that's dirty, your deck or whatever. You could get the pressure washer out like I did and wash your deck off. You know how dusty our windows get and stuff like that, folks. We could get out and clean the dirt off our windows and that. Yeah, it seems like a lot of work, folks, but you don't realize when you do things like this that it's keeping you occupied, putting your mind somewhere else besides what the narcissist did, and it really does help you mentally. Because it does me, folks, when I get to sitting around and getting depressed and thinking about different things, that's what I do. I get up and get busy with a project. And the fun thing about a project, folks, is when you're doing it, you're trying to do the best you can to get finished at it. So that's what keeps your mind occupied, is trying to finish what you started. And the reason that we can't do the roses right now, folks, is like I told you, the place that we live in is not very big, and my husband's home a lot, and he's always sitting in the living room, and my table's in there by the living room, and he watches TV real loud and stuff. So we wouldn't be able to do the scrapbooking or fix the roses. But it's going to be up to 90 degrees today, folks, and it's going to be hard to get outside, and do too much because the heat can be very dangerous. You guys take care of yourself, folks. Don't get too hot. Stay in and stay cool. That's what I'm going to do, folks, because when I get out in that heat, the heat makes me very sick. Last night I had to prepare my birds and stuff, ahead of time so they would have water and feed and things like that to get them through the weather. Because when you got animals outside, they have a hard time, in these hot elements and stuff. So you have to kind of give them a helping hand to get them through the heat and things. But I've got a big swimming pool out there that I need to get drained. And I don't know how hot it is out there right now, folks, but I'm thinking about beating the heat and going out there, and doing the swimming pool again. But folks, when you do the swimming pool, the geese mess it up fast. And it doesn't take very long for them to make it real dirty looking and stuff. So it's like a constant job trying to get it done. But I hope you guys are still working on your projects that I showed you, in there in the kitchen, about your roses and things like that, folks. You got this. All you got to do if you want to work on those projects is watch that video that I put on there about the scrapbooking and the roses and things. And like I said, folks, you can use the real rose and trace the petals and things. And also, folks, if you have the knack for doing it, you could also sit down and write yourself a book or something, on your, just on yourself in general about what you've been through with the narcissist and things like that, and even if you don't want to try to publish it or anything like that, keep it for yourself so you can look back on it and see what you did as far as writing books. And then maybe someday you might get to the point where you've healed mentally from being abused, and you may decide that you want to publish your story someday and, maybe make a little bit of money off your book or whatever. But YouTube would be a good way to make money too, folks. That's if you really want to get into it, But I know sometimes when you've been through abuse, it's kind of hard to concentrate on things long enough to try to get be successful, because I find myself having a hard time concentrating sometimes, folks. And that's what abuse does to us, folks. It can do that to you for a long time after you've been out of abuse. So you don't just get out of abuse right away and expect your mind to heal from this, folks. It takes a while to do that. And you have to help yourself. You have to keep working with yourself, just like I said, talking to yourself in the mirror and saying you're a good person. I know what the narcissist told me is not true, because the narcissist lies a lot. And I know that I can be successful someday, and I know that I can do good. And folks, living by yourself after you've been out of abuse is like a breath of fresh air, because you've always had to listen to the narcissist all the time. So I wanted to get in here and say hello, folks, and I hope you have a nice day and a blessed day. Thank you. Bye.